let Stoffel's cry for the restoration of our movement to its former glory not be in vain. I know we're a movement in denial. For when we talk about why it is we're where we are, we say it is because of the negative and hostile media. Maybe it is. We say it is because Western government are driving an agenda for a regime change. Maybe it is. We say it is because of clever blacks who are ill-disciplined and arrogant. We say it is NGOs who are agents of foreign interests. But Comrade Stoff would have none of it. He reminded us and reminded me all the time that, remember, O.R. Tambo encouraged us to be cadres with unquestioned loyalty. But here's an important qualification that Oliver Tambo made. That we must also be cadres with questioning loyalty. We must be questioning because answers come from asking difficult questions. And he never failed to ask those difficult questions. So he went beyond these superficial postures. He was able to do so because he never sought to please. He had already nailed his credentials during the tough times because he didn't join the ANC when it was fashionable to do so. He risked his life, safety of his family, his career to associate with the ANC at a time when it was possible to pay the most dear price for doing so. His prognosis for our crisis is that ukufa kusembizeni maqabane. Our setbacks are self-inflicted. We have ceded our moral high ground to the opponents. We say we're a party of the Constitution and we have a right to say so. But many doubt it because we give them reason to do so. For no less a person than the president of our movement and our country takes every opportunity to show nothing but disdain and contempt for our Constitution. We have been a movement from the many years when I joined as a young boy, where the ANC advocated and respected and promoted the independence of the judiciary and separation of powers. Which ANC is this, without any conference resolution, that makes statements that attack judges as counter-revolutionaries? Which ANC is this? We attack and undermine and show complete disdain for Chapter 9 institutions. And by the way, I need to remind you that as O.R. Tambo suffered a stroke, one of the chapters that he wrote as a precursor to this country was a conceptualization of the notion of the Chapter 9 institution. If you didn't know that, go and read the Harare Declaration. Who are these leaders of today who don't have a sense of that history? We are ceding this moral high ground. We are an ANC that can rightly claim that we are champions of human rights, not because it's a Western concept. We were among the first to adopt the African and people's rights. Nobody asked us to. That's why you have a Bill of Rights in our Constitution. But it must be a great shame, mustn't it, that under our own government, we kill in cold blood with horrific brutality workers for going on strike. We murder in full glare of international media Andres Tatane for engaging in service delivery protest. We say we're a party that is against corruption. And yet, at every moment, we're seen to be falling over each other to steal from the poor. All these things we do with absolute impunity. A movement like this prompts Desmond Tutu to take to the media and say, "You do not represent me." Comrades, we can't have that. But you see, this is what I mean when I say that we are ceding moral high ground. And then we look for scapegoats outside. That there are people who do not like us, there are people who are attacking us, there are people who are reporting negatively about us. We must introspect and look at what it is that we're doing wrong. That's what Brastov was arguing. But look at this example that he leaves us with. Unlike some, Brastov showed great respect for public office. He was burdened by the honor and responsibility that came with public office. As you drove here, as you drove here, eNCA is on your right-hand side. It's a rural village. During his tenure as the premier, he didn't give in any special treatment. Look again as you go out, it will be on your left. You will not find a palace worth over 200 million rand, an extravaganza amidst the sea of poverty. You won't find it.